In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a color mixing chart with alcohol markers. You'll more commonly see this done with paints, but I found it's actually really helpful for alcohol markers as well. In general, I always suggest swatching your markers. The Ohuhu markers come with a little card you can fill out to make your swatches. This is important because alcohol markers usually look different once they dry, so you want to know what they'll look like when you're choosing your colors. I keep this card with my markers so that I can easily reference it when choosing colors. Since you only have so many colors in a set of markers, knowing what colors you can get from layering multiple markers can be really helpful as well, just so you have a broader range of options. For supplies, I'm going to be using the Ohuhu marker pad. I like this paper because it's made specifically for markers, so it doesn't bleed through the pages and it works a little bit better for blending the markers and things like that. And then for markers, I'm going to be using the Ohuhu pastel set from the Honolulu series. I start by creating a grid for the color mixing chart. It's up to you how many squares to include. I decided to mix 12 colors, so I made each square a 1/2 inch, so it was 6 inches in total. I measured out my lines and then I made a mark at each 1/2 inch. Then I drew in all of my lines by just connecting the marks I made at the 1/2 inches. Now I'm erasing half of the chart, but in a second I'll come in and explain some options if you want to fill in the whole chart. I wanted to talk about another option as something you can do with your color mixing chart. So we only filled in half of the chart, and that's because if we were to do the same thing in the bottom half, we would have a bunch of color duplicates. But another option of what you can do, if you've ever seen a color mixing chart done with paints, you'll a lot of times see the artists add white to all their color combinations on this side of the chart. So you'll be able to see a tinted version of each color combination just to have a little bit more variety and see some more options of color mixes. Obviously, we can't add white into alcohol markers, but you could do a couple different things. You could pick a different color to add in, so layering 3 colors instead of 2, or you could just do a darker version. So for this, I did 1 layer of each alcohol marker. You could do 2 layers or 3 layers to get a darker version. That's another option as well. I chose 12 colors and started writing down the names of each color. You're going to write it on the top and also on the left-hand side. Then you just continue on with each color until you have filled all the spaces. So now we start to fill it in. You can see the top and left column are both RV030. So for this first box, I will fill it in with just that color. For this next one, I'm going to start with the top column, which is RV180, but then I'm going to layer on top of it from the left column, which is RV030. If you want, you can wait for the first layer to dry before you add on top of it, or you can try to act quickly and mix them that way. It's up to you. So then you just continue on. You'll notice that for every box in this top row, the second color will be RV030. So you just continue the process of filling out all the boxes. Make sure you double check the color you're using before you put it down because it can get really easy to mix them up. That's how you create a color mixing chart using alcohol markers. Thanks for watching.